today we are taking over Grimsby Town. A few days ago, I think we all remember, they beat Manchester United on a penalty shootout. They were 2-0 up and they managed to do it on the penalty shootout. Amazing stuff. But this team has been stuck in League 2 for so long. So long. Established in 1878. They haven't been able to get up. They have only been relegated within the last, I think, 10 years. So they haven't been able to go up. They're always mid-table or bottom of the table. So I'm here to change that. As you can see here, well, let's look at the history. The ground is actually not bad. It's pretty cool ground. Let's look at competition overview. They were in the championship in 2002, 2003. Since then, relegated here to League One. They got relegated from the Championship. They relegated straight back down to League Two, and then they have been in League Two since 2004. They have not been promoted. They actually got relegated to the National League. They stayed there for a few seasons before coming back up. So this team, they won the Sky Bet Championship twice. They've won Sky Bet League One. They've won Sky Bet League Two. So they know what it means to be winners. We're going to have to remind them of what it's like to be winners. For this challenge, I'm setting myself to get to the Premier League and win the Premier League in less than 10 seasons. I've given myself 10 seasons to do this. We're going to try and do maybe 3 seasons per episode, and the final season with 4. Maybe we'll do 4 seasons this episode, and then we'll do a shorter on the other 2. Just because it's gonna be the rise. The rise is the kind of the boring part. Building a team. It's not really gonna be like that. I forgot to take the turn out the in-game editor. I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. I'm gonna build a team here. Let's first have a look at our team. Our best player is Jeza. Oh, he's from Faroe Island, which is pretty cool. He was playing in the Faroe Island League, but he has come to us. This guy is from Icelandic. He's pretty cool. English striker. He looks pretty good actually. Looks like a pretty good striker for this level. I think we have a pretty decent team to go up actually. We have an attacking midfielder, a forward, a winger here, but he can play attacking midfielder or central. Looking at the best roles here, we have a lot of wingers here. Maybe wingers. Maybe I'm looking at. We have like 2 good strikers. I think maybe 1 striker formation. I see we have this guy who's absolutely a unit in the midfield. He's our best player, like we said. I don't see a lot of midfielders though. DM. We have a lot of DMs, but we have a lot of youngsters there. I'm wondering. I'm looking at this formation. I'm thinking. I'm not gonna go a full 4-2. I'm gonna go more likely to go something like this, or maybe something like this to start off the rebuild, just to provide. I think you are going to be on a demo. Yeah, and then I think you like playing as a, yeah, you'll be there, and then obviously you 2 like playing wingers. Are you a winger? I think you're a winger as well. Like inside forward, but is he big? 6 foot. Okay. Let's just go with 2 wingers, and then this guy likes to play winger. So yeah, I think that's the best. Both boards. Let's look here. You're actually a center back. So do we have any right backs? We have this guy, but change of plans here, guys. We're gonna go for. We got a lot of center backs, so we're gonna play 3 center backs. You can play there. Yeah, you can. So we're gonna play this. I think we're gonna play this. Yep, you can play there, and you can have a backup. And then we have two center backs. I think this is the best formation for us currently. We do have a little bit of wage budget, but I don't think I will sign anyone this first season. We're predicted to finish in the middle of the table, so hoping that we can outdo that performance. I'm hoping to get promoted in this first season via the playoffs, or maybe reach the playoffs. Maybe that's what we should be aiming for. Definitely gotta go get my back staff in shape. So let's do that because I mean this is gonna be a pretty chill rebuild. I'm gonna just get my general manager here real quick. I'm gonna show you guys how I like to do it personally. This is how I find my general manager, and I found someone here. He looks fine. He's gonna be our general manager. And then technical director, no, but I'm gonna get some scouts in. So whenever I'm playing lower leagues, I sometimes do this 1 out of 2, and then there's 2 guys here. There's those scouts. He looks fine. He's gonna be joining us as a scout. A non-contract. I don't even know what that means. We're not paying him. That's 2 decent scouts. I need to make one of them the head scout. Yeah, that guy's 29. You can be the head scout because you're older. Give you some senior money. In terms of assistant coach, I always like looking at him. He's not really good. I can get some other coaches through the door as well. So we're gonna sign an assistant coach that can be competent because I'm gonna be simulating most of this rebuild. So I need them to be somewhat good. This guy looks perfect for the job, and he's gonna be joining us. And then I'm gonna look at the coach. We have a goalkeeping coach. So I want to get a fitness coach and just a normal coach. So I'm gonna go here, fitness coach overview, and there's a lot. I don't like motivation. Okay, let's compare you. Okay, if this guy is the best one, I'm a sports scientist. Okay, and then I want to find just a general coach. Just a general coach. We're gonna go to here. I just like smack dab in the middle. Let's go for a 6 out of 9. Keep lowering this down until we find someone. And there we go. He is going to be our coach. Yeah, keep going there, man. Oh, he doesn't want to. What a pain, man. What a pain. There we go. And that's how we get our stuff. We have a physio that we need to get as well. Let's get a quick physio in. Physios. There's usually a lot of good physios. I feel like there's always good physios. 18, 18, 18, 17. Let's get this guy because he doesn't have a. Let's have you be a head physio because I'm certain that my physio is worse than this guy. Let's have a look. Yeah. So with that being said, we have basically. Let's get the performance analyst. Performance analyst. Analyzing data. Oh dang it, we're getting that guy already. Let's see. 12. He was a 15, but he's a good scout. Performance analyst. Sure, you can be the job. And that's how we get that done. Now we go to our set pieces. Play unwalking, near post, balanced, near post, stay high, in swinger. I'm not gonna mess too much with it. I'm just gonna keep it at the default. Team looks happy. Is there anyone unhappy that wants to leave? I think no. We're good. Players out of contract. No. I'm gonna wait for the training to give to my better assistant manager. Okay, do that. Look at my youth recruitment. I don't have good youth recruitment, so how's the balance? Are we in debt? No, we're looking good. Clean. I mean, our reputation is pretty low. medical center, mentoring. Let's get some mentoring going. Um, hold team meeting. Let me hold a team meeting to introduce myself. Introduce myself. Improve team coefficient. Now we wait. Now we wait for we wait for the assistant manager to come in so we can delegate that to him. I will also delegate contracts to my assistant, player contract, but I want to wait for the better one here. I'm just gonna say I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. Vernon is already considering one of our better players. I'm just gonna accept it because if we get promoted, he's going to probably be fine. He's just kind of throwing a fit right now. Everyone's coming through the door now. General managers here. Chief scout. Scout and physio. My assistant manager is the last one coming through the door, huh? The physio, yep, replace him. Quest add more physios is always good as well. Assistant coach, yep, you're gonna be replacing him. You're 10 times better. So that's good. And now I can go to training, delegate to my assistant coach, David, and then I will do the contract. General manager, no, I want it to the assistant. Let's do the assistant. People management is high. I don't know if it's gonna help or not, but anyways, let's see this friendly here, and then we're going to skip to halfway through the season. Look, they have allowed us to get another physio, so let's quickly get that other physio in. There was plenty of them. 16, 17. Yeah, bang, got another physio in. Happy days. Now we're just going to simulate this friendly to just have a feel for how the team's going to perform. This team is far down in the league, so I want to see a good performance here. I have to change some of the 5-1. Okay, we conceded a goal to them, which isn't great. I want to go attacking. I want to play very narrow, and I want to play not super high tempo. Pass in space, don't need that selected. This should be quickly, roll it out. I like the high line, get stuck in, invite crosses. Don't trigger press too often because I'm gonna be tired. Let me sort out these. Okay. I want you on support. I want you. Let's think about this now. Okay. I want you to cut inside, and I want you to mark the right back. I want you to mark the left back. I want you to cut inside as well. Actually, I want you not to cut inside. Run wide with the ball, and I want you to run wide, sit narrow. Wait. Let me envision this. Okay, run wide actually. And then I want you to sit wider, and I want you to cut inside. I want you to dribble more. My defenders need to dribble. In this level, they're not good dribblers, but I need you to hold position, and I need you to. That's fine. Actually, he's fine. Hopefully those instructions help. I don't know if they will. Maybe it's a little bit overcomplicating things at this level. We are going to overlap here and underlap there, because we're going to cut inside. We're going to basically fake the cut inside from both. So they're going to cut inside. The ball is going to go on this side. He's going to go wide, and the ball is going to be an overlap. So so you should stay wide. What am I saying? Just, yeah. And then he will cut inside and he will overlap. And then this guy here, he will run wide and this guy will underlap. Yeah, that is correct. I nearly fucked that up. Um, but hoping that we'll play pretty well. Um, I think narrow has been the meta in this game. So without further ado, let's skip ahead. Well, we have come back, and as you can see, we've been knocked out with the Carabao Cup by Rotterdam. First round by Borum Wood on the Van National. That's pretty poor. Knocked out all the cups. We're just in League 2, but in League 2, we're currently sat essentially net first because we have 2 games in hand. We have 50 points. Um, pretty good. We have to win those 2 games in hand though, but we are doing a good season here. And now we're in January. I can look at this team and see if I need to buy anyone, if I need to let anyone go. I have a few offers for players. I don't really have that much money, but is there any place that needs additions? I don't really know. I think this first season is going pretty well how it's going. Let's look at the schedule. Any big games here? Start off the season not too bad. I mean, winning 3 games, drawing 1 here. Not the greatest. September where we dropped a lot of points, but then we picked up a lot of points in October, and here we had a good month, and here we didn't have a good month. We beat Manchester United under 21, another one over them there. Watso and Fleetwood, we lost to them recently, but we picked up a win against Oldham, so that brings back some momentum. So we qualified here, and we lost in the playoffs. So what happened? Yeah, we lost to Doncaster. Um, yeah, I think we might just keep simulating through because it's going pretty well. I mean, Danny Rose has scored 16 goals in 12 starts, so he's been on fire for us. The Thailand striker, he looks really good. Honestly, I might have to give him a new contract. I think he can be a good player in League One too. Like, he looks good. His acceleration, his pace is good. His finishing is good. I'm starstruck by this guy. He's really a good player. In terms of contracts, though, a lot of contracts expiring, but we have managed to give a new contract to some of our key players. Um, so I'm happy about that. He has a new contract as well. Tori has a new contract. So our best players have new contracts. So I'm happy with that. Ask for more scouts. But so far so good. I think we're gonna have to just keep bouncing and seeing what happens in the second half of the season. Well, we are at the end of the season, and no fussing about. We have done it. We've won the league, and the final day looks like as well. Yeah, we won on the final day. Let's have a look here closer. A good end of the season from us. Yeah, did they lose in the last game? They lost to Fleetwood Town on the final day, which Fleetwood were in third, so they get promoted as well. That win helped Fleetwood get promoted, but it is Cambridge in second, third Fleetwood. Colchester also got promoted. Oh, sorry, they didn't get promoted. MK Doms got promoted instead. But we have won the league, and we have 2 million. They give me a lot of money. That's more money than I get in my Danny Rose with 20 goals. He's not even there. But have we got a few players leaving? It looks like he's not leaving. He's opting out of his contract. We have this guy who's hasn't been given a new contract, but we've got most of our players on new deals, which is good. He's opting out of contract as well. I feel like I'm happy with them letting them go. If I look at the best 11, uh, okay, is this guy? Oh, this guy is. He's not. He's gonna be leaving. This guy is my CM, but I think I can bring some good players in. Hoping I can bring some good players in. My youth intake was horrible. I took a look, but let's go look at the selection info here. 24 from Danny Rose. He has really played well for us. Doesn't look like a better striker than Jude, but he is wanted by a few clubs in League One. So he's 11 goals, not the best, but Danny Rose with 24, and then Jason with 10, and then Zach with 9. Pretty decent stuff. I'm happy that we managed to win the league. Let's look at goals. Okay, we scored the fourth most goals. MK Dom scored 101, and that's probably why they got promoted. We conceded 54, so we were not really that great. Interestingly enough, non-expected expected goals for, we're up there. Did we overperform? Nah, we put it close to our XG, which is good. What? So I'm confused now. We weren't the best at scoring. We weren't the best at defending. I guess there was a lot of teams around the same area that made a difference. But 90 points is very good in our first season. 102 Swindon Town is a record. I don't know if this formation will work because I feel like it was a good season, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if it's good enough. We won the league, sure, but 90 points, we were only if we lost 2 more games, we could have been like in the playoffs. So pretty close. We'll have to see who we manage to pick up. I think it depends on who we pick up, but I think this team can become strong. I think we gotta look at the market. We have some scouts. We're gonna increase our scouts, and yeah, hopefully we get stronger, and we can strengthen the team. So that's what I'm hoping for in the second season, where we're gonna be in League One, which is not that big of a. It's like a decent step up. The team that the lowest salary is 1 million, 1.4. Our salary this season was 1 million, so pretty damn close if you ask me. Also, did Luton go up? Okay, they did go up. Who's coming down? We have to look at that. Right, Bristol City, Preston, and Portsmouth 3. I'd say some strong teams coming down there, because if you look over here, Bristol City are 8th in salary. They're spending 12 million. Preston spending 9 million. And then I think Portsmouth, yeah, they were spending 4 million. So big jump up there. Norwich getting promoted. Ipswich and Leicester going back to the Premier League. Southampton staying there. We got Burnley, Sunderland, and Brentford, which is actually my predictions in our predictions video, which is pretty crazy. And then Wolves, yeah. I think Leeds is a little bit high, but cool. Looks like they win the Conference League. Crystal Palace have won the Conference League. Maybe it'll happen in real life. Maybe this is the most accurate football manager. You know what it's going to be like in real life. Aston Villa really drop off there, but let's go back to our world here, where we have 2 million. We're going to have to see if we can get any players through the door, because we definitely need some improvements. But we have a few players leaving. We can pick up some players, and I think we can make some momentum. Oh guys, my team is this, and you might notice a few players, a few names. We're gonna go into the transfers because we signed quite a few players, and we did. Oh, I didn't even notice this guy left. Dang it! He left to go to Petersburg. That's a tough loss. That was probably one of my best players, but we brought in some good players. Starting off with defender on the right. He can play on the left. He's pretty good. He's old. He's Irish, and he was playing in the Championship. Daniel Gore of Manchester United youth. He did come to us. He played in League One last season. He did do pretty well. Obviously, Manchester United did let him go. I also bought the 17-year-old. I thought he looked pretty good for 17. But the problem is, I'm trying to loan him out, and no one wants to get him. And then I got in Miguel Azzi. I feel like I remember this guy. I think I remember him from FIFA or other football managers, but he used to be an Arsenal player, and he was playing in the National League for Morecambe. I signed him up on a freebie, decent player to strengthen the team. And then I loaned in a striker from Burnley, a French striker, to add a little bit of depth. He has 18 natural fitness, so he's going to be someone who's going to be running around the pitch helping us. And then I got Spike Brits, goalkeeper from Man City, just to add some depth. And then I bought Kieran Kieran Morgan, 18-year-old DM who I also think will strengthen the team on loan. George Marsh, another DM who can play CM, strengthen the team. Jack Simpson, who is a centre back who was playing in League One last season, and then Watson, another wing back. Does he play on the same side? That might be a little bit of a problem. But I changed the formation because I realized I don't have any wingers anymore. So that's what we're going with. Our best 11 looks like that, but I don't think that's my best 11. I think my best 11 looks a little bit like this. I feel like George Marsh is better in that position. If they really wanted to, probably something like this. Our strikers are not really that great, so it can kind of be a little bit. I'm trying to get someone else in, but right now we haven't started the season. We're predicted to finish 19th. Our preseason has been okay. We haven't faced anyone strong. Gillingham in the Sky Bet League 2, we drew them. Haven't played a good team yet. We're gonna face Rotterdam, and Middlesbrough in the first round of the cup. Rotterdam are a team in the middle table, so that will be one to tell us for the future if we're good enough to make the playoffs, or if we're not good enough and we're gonna be fighting for relegation. But we'll find out. Guys, no beating around the bush. We have won the league, and an incredible. I actually came back in January and I looked, and we were like first or second, and I was like, okay, I'll just leave it. I didn't see any potential transfers, but I'm going to show you guys what I've done in this transfer window because um, we did sign some good players. I showed you guys some of them already. I showed you guys Kieran. I signed these two, I think, before I left. Igor takes, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but he was a key player for us. 21 goals, probably the signing of the season who helped us. Trey also joined us, providing us very good quality. We did make it to the FA Cup quarterfinal, which is crazy to think about. Let's go through. The first round would be Portsmouth. Second round, Maiden made us sound United. We beat Blackburn. Fourth round, we beat Middlesbrough. Fifth round, Everton 4-0. Quarterfinal, West Brom kicked us out. Pretty disappointing there. First round by Middlesbrough. We got beaten by Argyle in this, which is kind of not great. We're in the North family. All groups. Did we top our group? Yep. We beat Blackpool, who's in the Championship. Oh no, they're in League One. Actually, then we went to quarterfinals. Plymouth knocked us out. Plymouth, they are in League One as well. They finished in 6th place. But it looks like Petersburg and Bolton are coming up with us. Let's look at the past positions here. Ziggy Zaggy, but always in the top 5, fighting for the playoffs. We were in second at some point here, and then we stormed our way up. Was it Petersburg? No, it wasn't. Leifan Orion. They were in first, and they got pushed down to third. That really sucks for them, and they missed out. They were first for a while here, and they actually have not been promoted because MK Doms Bolton did get promoted. Bolton, they were in 7th. They were kind of fighting for that last spot in the playoff. But we won the league, and I think this time around, a little bit more convincingly, 2 players up there in the goals. We have the Malian striker also scoring 21, so scored a lot of goals. Average rating, player of the matches, yellow cards, assists. So I'm happy. It looks good looking at this. Let's go to selection info. We have 5 players with double-digit goals. Zach, he's probably going actually. A lot of these players are going to be going because we're stepping up. The class from Championship to League One is just another level, and we really need to level up this team. And I'm looking at this team, and I'm thinking our 2 top scorers were Lonies, and I mean, Daniel is pretty good. He's definitely going to be one to come to the Championship with us. But looking at contracts here, it looks like most of our team is going to leave. Danny Rose should probably leave. I think the only players that I look at and I think, okay, that's a good player. I look at Daniel Gore. I think he's the one that's going to be the standout. Miguel is also pretty decent. Is he championship level? I don't think so. And then we have obviously the Faroese player. Where's the? Oh yeah, the other one left, huh? Where's the Icelandic player? My Icelandic player, did he leave? I don't know where he went. Um, did he change his nationality? Maybe. Daniel Gore. Jack Simpson is a defender boy, and George Marsh, Zach, Doug Walsh. I don't know. I didn't see him leave, but maybe he did. Our best 11 throughout the season was this Brits, someone who I kind of want to pick up, but I just don't have the money to do so. Good player, by the way. Brits, he always turns out to be a good player. We have been given 5 million and a healthy payroll budget for this championship season, where it's gonna be a step up. We did not manage to get him out on a loan, which is not great. I do want to give him a new contract. I still think this player, he's improving. He's 6 foot, good pace. I mean, my scouts do not think he's a good player, but I think he could become a good player. He just needs the game time. He's in that crucial point in his career. But yeah, the team is happy. We won the league. It's back-to-back promotions, winning the league, and now we go to the big one, and we have to look to improve this team, because this team, I look at this team here, and I think we're gonna get relegated next season. And I think if we clear everyone, I mean, there's two players for me that are standouts. This guy and this guy. I think these are the two players that are gonna lead me into the championship and have a lot of momentum. I My youth intake was probably very bad because I had a look and I didn't see anyone great. Uh, I'll have to fix the settings so they can actually sign the players. But we're gonna have to look at the market and see what we can find. Well, guys, so far we are currently in 12th in the season, and it's a pretty good. I mean, 12th is not bad. We are what 11 points from the playoffs and 17 points from relegation, so we are in a good position here. Is anyone unhappy? A few players unhappy. Struggling setting. We have been knocked out of the Carabao by Liverpool 7-1, so hopefully we made some money there by going to their stadium. We're playing Leyton Orient in the FA Cup third round. I think we went through the first round in there then. No, I guess right now because we were in the. No, we come into the third round. Oh, it was the FA Cup. Sorry, the Carabao Cup. That we come in the first round. We beat Southampton. I thought we were gonna lose, but we beat Southampton, a team that is in the championship as well, and currently in second. And then we went to the second round where we beat Safford, and then the third round we beat Bromley before facing Liverpool. But now let's look at the form here. So it looks like we've struggled this month here. Maybe we were up higher, but I'm hoping now we have less games. We're halfway through the season. Preview is put us in 23rd, so overdoing expectations here. Ferguson is at Southampton. That is crazy. He's on loan. Interesting. If we get promoted, maybe a player that we can snag. Can we get promoted from this position? I look at the team and I'm like, let's look at past positions. Were we higher? So yeah, we were in the playoffs and then we had that really bad month. So we're a team. We're a playoff team. Fighting for that playoff is something that we want to be fighting for. That I think top 10 is what we want to be. But if we can get into that playoffs, that would be nice. But there's some big teams here: Leeds, Southampton, Leicester, Crystal Palace, Brentford. There's 5 teams that have been in the Premier League. There, Luton as well, 6. Sheffield. Um, they haven't been there. So who's in the Premier League? We got Swansea. We got Norwich. We got. I guess it just turned the guards. Burnley up there. Ipswich is back up. Yeah. can we do anything here? We can definitely try and make some tweaks here and there. Maybe we can get another player we find. Let's look at the overview here. Because attacking wise, we're scoring the 5th most goals. Well, 6th most goals. And we're conceding a lot of goals. So maybe fix up the defense, play a little bit more defensive. But we didn't show you guys the transfers. So that's what I'm going to do. The first transfer was this guy here, Charlie. Holland, I mean, the player that I loaned out, he's not getting any game time on loan. Then we loaned out this guy to Carsley, he's playing. Then we got this, picked up this guy on a freebie, and then he loaned him out to Crew. He's doing well, he's improving. Good to see. Tom Pierce, I loaned him in. I needed a player as a backup. Christian Cups, great player to have on my team here on the books. He is definitely a great player for us. And then we picked up a South African centre back who looks pretty decent. Got this player from Arsenal on loan. He's doing pretty good. Yosef, a player that I think really should be absolutely destroying this league. He's very big, very physical, likes to beat the offside trap. Then you got Jakob, the goalkeeper, new number 1 to between the sticks. He was at Leicester before. We got some loans of some. Oops, sorry. We got some more loans. This guy is being not performing that well. Final, another loan, and then we bought in Felix. He didn't get a work permit, so I had to loan him back out. He's playing at Auxerre. Maybe I'll bring him back because now he should have his thing. We bought in this guy. I think he looks good. 17-year-old, high potential. I bought him in on a freebie, and I'm looking at him, and I am loaning him out to get some game time. And then I guess I loaned out some more players. Blah blah blah. Freebie here with this Nigerian striker. And then we bought in this guy who's. I want to loan him out actually. I don't know why he hasn't been loaned. And then Lira as a loan signing as well. But we did. Daniel Gorey has left the club. He has. I told you that he would be the core of the team. His release clause was triggered. 4.4 million. It's a decent amount of money for us though. Happy Danny Rose also left to go to Wimbledon. But I think overall the season has been okay. We're gonna have to look and see who's unhappy. What can we do to help these guys get better? How can we push ourselves up the table? Because right now we're conceding a lot of goals. So maybe it's time to change up a few things in the formation. We're gonna show you guys. I'm gonna come back at the end of the season. I think I'm gonna make some tweaks, see what I can do here, see what happens, and see if we can get up into that playoffs. Let's see what happens. Oh guys, we are back and it's June the 10th. I don't exactly know what happened. I came back in January and I signed a few youngsters. They're just gonna be there, my under 19s or so. And then in January I picked up 2 players. This wasn't my signing. I don't really know. Oh, he was actually. He was my signing. Yes, he was. That is true. And then I picked up Fernando Aresco. Oh, he looks phenomenal, doesn't he? He looks like he could become something special. He has played 17 games since joining, and also brought in a backup goalkeeper who has actually played games. I realized I didn't have a backup goalkeeper, so that could have been why we fell away a little bit in that first half of the season. Maybe that was an injury to my goalkeeper. I didn't have backup. That meant bad things. We did sell Doug, who was our other centre back, but how have we done in the league? I also changed the formation. I went from 1 DM to 2 CMs. But how have we done in the league? It looks like. Wait. Oh my goodness. Grimsby Town have done it. Let's look at the table here. We finish in 6th, but we have been promoted. The likes of Brentford, Leicester. Let's go back, because we were in January. We were about here, started to build up, and then zigzaggy, and then we lost. Final day, we're actually 4th, and we finished in 6th. How was the schedule being? So since we last talked, very good month in January, and then we had a good month in February. So we only dropped like 5 points here, and then we had a really bad month here until the end. Well, the end of it. If we look at this right here, we dropped 9, 10, 11 points, and we collected 6, 9, 12, 15. So that was not great. But our second half of the season was way better. Maybe it was the formation change, and then we faced Crystal Palace final day, drew. We played Leicester in the playoff semi-final. Leicester, who are predicted to finish in third, they're under transfer embargo as well, brief of financial regulation. So they were cheating basically. They have a few decent players, but they have failed to get back to the Premier League. And then Coventry 5-0 against Brentford, the league favourites by the prediction. They have a decent team. They have Igor, Thiago. They have a really Wista's still there. Coyote. Oh, this player might be one that I jump at if I have money in the Premier League. And then we went into the finals against Coventry and beat them 2-0. Have we faced Coventry before? How did we? Oh, we beat them 4-1 here. So I guess we must have been confident coming into that game. 4-1 there. Did we beat them again in the first half? Coventry. We drew. We lost to them at Coventry 2-1. But neutral ground, Wembley, we've done it. We have been promoted. 29 million with a very big payroll. So I'm looking at this team. We have 10. This player here, he wanted to leave. I wonder if he's actually gonna want to leave. I feel like he still has something to give. Although I do feel like this team, I will have to again rebuild. I mean, half the team is leaving again, so we have this amount of player leaving. I don't know if this player is good enough to be playing in the Premier League. Backup goalkeeper's fine. My goalkeeper, I mean, 14 clean sheets, pretty decent. And we have this striker here. I mean, he looks pretty decent. He's growing as well. Is he Premier League level? Maybe. Felix Mosquera might be 21 as well. He doesn't look that great. I think we're just going to have to see what we find as well. That's a big thing. If we find someone in the market that's going to be a step up, then we're going to have to take it. But 21 goals from Yusuf. Oh, he has become clinical. He was a little bit unsettled. Maybe he settled in the second half of the season. Fonzo also scored 17. Felix did well on loan. Let's look at the season. Only players there. Yusuf with 20, tied for golden boot. He's up there. Yellow cards, assists were there. About stats, we scored the most goals, which is definitely a sign of greatness. Goals from corners, we didn't really score that many. Allowed, we conceded. Okay, we became much better in the second half defensively, which is great to see. So I feel a little bit happier. Attendance, obviously, only 9,000 there. Salary, I mean, lowest salary, 3.7 million. And now we are going to contend with the boys in the Premier League. If we go here, Burnley, Swansea and Sunderland are being relegated. And let's look at their salary, because they're spending 25 million. So we're going to come in to a league where the team, 50 million is their average for the lowest team relegation. We're going to have to spend some money. So I think this is going to be the end of episode 1, but stay tuned. Episode 2 is going to come out, and we're going to drop our first season in the Premier League. Are we going to get relegated? How are we going to fare? We have 29 million. I mean, if I put this here, we have way more. We have about 40 million to spend. We're going to have... Good thing we're already scouting the world, so we can look at players all across the world. I already see a... Okay, he doesn't look amazing, but potential. There are going to be players here that we're going to be able to find, and we're going to be able to become a stronger team. But leave a like, comment what you think down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back in a few days.